than 5 minutes, you'll know that lead generation is the lifeblood of our business. It rewards the people who constantly put themselves out there, create conversations, and build real relationships. Lead generation is the engine behind every listing appointment, every offer written, every closing, and every dollar we earn.
And the panelists that we have today are absolute pros. They've built their businesses in different ways, but they all have one thing in common. They lead generate consistently, and it shows in their results. So, without further ado, let's give a loud welcome to our lead gen panel.
So, first up, what is your favorite and most lucrative platform or practice for lead generation? AKA, where do you get most of your business?
Because I'm a military wife, I work with a lot of military relocations throughout Canada. I feel that I connect the most with them, so they are one of my most favorite clients, as well as first-time home buyers. I just find them very rewarding. But hands down, my favorite source of business is cold calling.
Okay, I didn't know that. We're throwing this for a curveball. I love it.
Yeah, no, cold calling is my jam.
Okay.
The system that I use is BoomTown. I previously used Commissions Inc. The reality is every lead system works so long as you consistently do the things, and if you do, then results will follow.
What specific processes are you using to consistently increase the number of leads coming in?
How many people, show of hands, call strangers to make money? How many people would be scared to death to do this?
Not to death, but not that you're
How many people will door knock? Raise your hand. How many people would be scared to death to door knock?
I don't know.
Right? So find the thing that works for you. Everybody's comfort level is different, right?
So walk us through, what do you say when you call?
Well, here's the thing. Everybody just assumes that there's this magical script. The reality is there isn't. There are important questions, qualifying questions that you have to ask, like LP Mama. So your location, your price, your timeline, your motivation. Do they have an agent? Are they qualified for a mortgage? Set an appointment. Right? There's qualifying questions, but there's no script. Guys, there's no script that prepares you for, my husband just died in a car accident, or my 3-year-old daughter who has Down syndrome just got diagnosed with cancer. There's no script for that. You just become a compassionate person, right? You have to take your realtor hat off sometimes and just put your human hat on, right? And when you're calling people, it's not a sales call, it's a service call. You're calling these people and you're trying to help them, meet them where they're at. Because during the buying and selling process, there's so many different stages, and you have to meet these people where they're at, right? You have to identify what are their triggers, what are their pain points, because there's a psychological piece that's behind it as well. And when you know these things, then you can use those things in the system. So then I also don't lead generate with the intention of booking an appointment or selling a house, right? Yes, that is the goal, the end goal, but my goal when I pick up the phone and I call somebody is to learn about them, to dive deeper, to ask questions, forward and geo questions. So their family, their occupation, their relationship, their dreams, everything that they say, you need to internalize and paraphrase and acknowledge and record. That's the most important thing, because then you can come back and you can say, oh, well, how was your vacation to Mexico, right? Or how is your dog Sparky, right? You have to take notes of all of these things. The other thing is, when people have a script, they just kind of go into the call and they sound like a robot. Yeah. Nobody wants to hear you sound like a robot. I get those cold calls all the time. I don't even let them get through their speech at the beginning. I'm like, not interested, right? But when you go into a phone call and you talk to these people like they are your best friend, it puts a completely different spin and feel on the conversation. Because again, you're not calling them to sell them something. You're calling them to serve them, to help them, right? And I mean, it kind of goes back to what Michelle said.
Yeah.
We like to talk. We're Nova Scotians. We like to talk. We tell everybody everything. We tell everybody all of our problems too. You know, like, the thing is though, you have to be a human first.
Yeah.
You're not a realtor at that point. You are a human. You are calling to learn, to gain knowledge. The more that you know, the more that you can help them. The person who is talking the most drives the conversation.
Was there like an aha moment in your business where you started to notice more consistency in your income and lead generation overall? So essentially, like, how do we figure out, hey, we should do more of this?
Well, if anybody knows me, you know I'm as honest as day is long. So I'm just gonna be raw and real with you guys. I had two things that were my aha moment. To you, yeah, when you have online leads, it can be overwhelming. But when I realized that high call volume alone wasn't enough, and the second thing is I realized I'm human. Surprise, right? Like, I'm one person, and it was, I can't keep up. I can't be in all places at all times. I can't do all of the things all at once, right? Some people call that a burnout. I called it a reality check. You know, I realize that, you know, if I'm human, my clients are human too, and I need more of a human-to-human approach. So I started hiring and leveraging out. Because of that, it freed up a lot of my time to allow me to be more present, to be more human. When I started this business, it was when you do quality business, then quantity will follow. And as one person, when you become too busy, you eventually drop a ball. And I don't ever want to drop a ball. So the busier I got, I started to notice my quality started to drop, and that's not something that I will waver from. So I didn't have a choice but to branch out.
And to niche down.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's nothing wrong with having more than one niche either. Everybody's good at more than one thing, right?
Yeah.
Yes, consistency is key, but when I stopped thinking about cold calling as a sense of dial, pitch, and hang up, when I started thinking about it as dial,